What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Adi, and I started uploading here a few months ago to document my SMMA journey, entirely from scratch, but also as a complete beginner. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys a cold call that I did recently, and it's pretty interesting because the company that I called, we had a bit of a chat on Instagram previously, and at that time they weren't really interested in my services, but two of the clients that I recently signed, and I showed you guys the sales call on YouTube, those two clients were working with this marketing agency, and that marketing agency was doing a really shitty job. So they were charging about $1,000 per month. They weren't actually getting them good results. All the leads that were coming into the pipeline, they weren't actually following up with them or communicating with them. They were essentially just coming to the business owners and saying, hey, you guys should just give them a call. And for things like website design, they were creating very shitty websites and they were charging about $2,000. So I figured out from these two businesses that they were working with this one marketing agency, and I started to notice a pattern. So when I came across this business that I called today, I saw that they had a very shitty website and it was kind of the same design, and they were running the same ads that they were using for every single business that they work with. So I pretty much gave these guys a call and I immediately said that, hey, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. We recently transitioned two of these businesses that they obviously know, and they were working with this marketing agency as well, just like you guys, and we transitioned them and we started to get them really good results. We wiped out everything that they were doing before, we changed the entire process that they were using, and we put together a brand new website that's included in the retainer we charge. So I essentially walked them through everything that we do, and they were super interested. So after this call, we hop on a sales call and I essentially walk them through our entire process once again. I show them all the ads, I show them our entire system, and they were sold immediately. So I figured I'd show you guys the entire call, and it definitely wasn't the smoothest. It's filled with a lot of ums and buts, but we're still working on improving the way we communicate with these business owners, and I feel like I'm already making a lot of progress. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy.
Hi, this is Ashley. How can I help you?
Hi Ashley, this is Adi speaking. How are you?
Oh, hi. Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not too sure if you remember, we had a bit of a chat just probably a couple weeks ago about some marketing stuff. I reached out to you guys on Instagram, and then I just gave you guys a call. I just wanted to give you guys some details, hoping you just had a quick minute. I just wanted to run something by you, if that's all right.
Yeah, sure. What is it?
Okay, gotcha. So, if I'm not wrong, are you guys currently working with agency?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, just wanted to let you guys know. So we recently just transitioned in Virginia. They were both working with them as well, and then we kind of had that situation where they weren't really getting some great results. A lot of the leads that were coming through, they weren't able to even tend to them a majority of the time. So all those leads just had to go to the business owners, and then we kind of started working with them, and then we did a lot of personalized stuff because I saw some of the ads that they're running for you guys, and it's just like the generic stuff that they were running for every single business, nothing personalized. So
Yeah.
yeah, so when we kind of stepped in, we personally got the business owners, like, we got them to record videos like themselves, and we edited everything ourselves, like just personalized videos, really just showing who the business owners are and how the shop is. So when we started doing those, we immediately got some great results. We actually just launched their ads like this week, and within like the first couple of days we've already gotten like three bookings in the calendar. And we're also working with a company in Toronto as well called, and we're seeing some great results. Like within the first 3 weeks, I think we have about we're approaching 10 cars booked already. So we're definitely seeing some great results. I just wanted to see if you guys would be open to having a quick chat. If I could just show you guys the system, what we have, because it's quite different than what is doing. That's very generic stuff they just copy and paste with each business that they work with. So I just wanted to see if you guys are open to just having a chat about if we could potentially work together too.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I think I just cut you off there.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with you.
Okay.
Then, like you said, very generic, and I've thought about it. As far as the biggest concern to me is going to be price point. I think we're paying. Do you guys do a CRM implementation? Because we're using CRM as well.
Yeah. So they use the same CRM that we do. Only difference is like everything, because I've seen everything that they have set up. We've gotten them to transfer the CRM that they had to us pretty much. It's like the same CRM, so you could transfer a sub account just so we have access to all those previous leads and everything that they were working with. And I saw all the automations that they had and everything that they had set up, and we kind of wiped everything out and just kind of went from there, because the way we do things is quite different. We make sure it's like a personalized approach. When people, they're seeing ads from, they know who the business owners are, and they're it's very personalized rather than just kind of generic stuff that's going on. So we kind of wiped all that out. We implemented a new website because for you guys, I know you guys have still a bit of a more personalized website, but what was doing, they were just copying the same website and giving every single business the same one. So you couldn't really, when you're hopping on these websites, you didn't really know who you were checking out. Obviously it depends on the city you're in, but we essentially created a new website for them, changed up everything, put together some new videos, changed up the CRM, essentially everything. Yeah.
Okay. So my price point is going to be my biggest concern. I mean, we're so new. We're new to the area, and we're in a rural area. So our business has been, I want to say few and far between. Like, we've had some okay months, but it's last month was full. But then this month we haven't had anybody booked for 2 weeks now. So we're paying Dave $1,000 a month, and we paid him $2,000 for the website. Are you guys gonna have to redo the whole website? We're gonna have to pay for a whole new website.
So how we do it, which is interesting too, yeah, because when they asked for them to build you guys a website, we'll build them a website. They were charging them $3,000. I think that's similar to what they were doing for you. So we do the whole website design and everything within the price that we charge. So just transparently letting you guys know, we do charge 16 aside from the ad spend. And that fully includes the website design. We work on social media stuff. So essentially my thing is that I just want to help you guys grow in every aspect of the business. So social media strategy, the paid advertising, CRM, website, and whatever comes under, whatever else we could do, I'd love to just do it. And we edit all the videos. We're not going to do anything generic. Another big thing that I didn't mention, we're calling up the leads ourselves. That's one of the biggest things. We're making sure you guys don't have to worry about attending to the leads and constantly wasting all that time just trying to pick up the phone and reach out to them, because from what we've seen, it takes plus 5 to 10 dials every single time just to reach people that are actually qualified and to get a hold of them. And the amount of leads that we're like getting about 150 leads per month for businesses. So if I was to pass 150 leads to you guys, that would take countless hours of time, and it's just it's not realistic. So we make sure when a lead comes into the pipeline, we're calling them immediately. So we're sitting down. I'm sitting down myself. I'm the one who takes care of the calls, just because I have experience with, I primarily just work with Icon installers. And at this point, I feel like I kind of speak the language. So it's pretty easy for me to kind of, hop on a call and just have a chat with them. So we're making sure we're just picking up all the calls, and we're not ever getting to that situation where we have to hand it over to the business owners, because I know that's a big thing that was doing. Where they didn't have enough time, so they weren't able to tend to it. So they're just like, hey, you guys can just make some of the calls, and if you're paying that money to them, then that's just not realistic. So we're making sure we take care of everything in that price point. So there's not going to be a thing where I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do 1,600, and then we'll create a new website for you guys. We'll charge you $1,000, $2,000 more for that. No, like everything is going to be included. And we've actually created a really good website. I could just send over the link to you guys. It's for actually. So we've created a really nice website for them, and that's exactly what we can do for you guys as well.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are 1,600 out the door. Is that a recurring monthly?
Yes.
Does that include ad spend too, or
no? So ad spend is like it's a separate expense that just goes towards Facebook. So Facebook, that really depends on what the business is doing. So with they're currently at $25 per day with ad spend. How much were you guys doing with ad spend?
Right now we're doing $1,000 a month. So
okay,
minimum was 600, which is $20 a day.
Yeah.
And we upped it to 1,000.
Right. Yeah.
We're doing like 35-ish, between $30 and $35 a day.
Okay.
Would that come out to you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And
we're
yeah.
also diversified. We're doing the radio as well right now. They just approached us.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we did have to. We were paying $1,800 a month for ad spend, but then we dropped it down to $1,000.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let me double check.
So I mean, that's we can play around with that number.
Yeah, for sure.
But you guys do your own ads, right? You guys create the content for the advertisement in that 1600.
Oh yeah, everything. And we're not just like pulling stuff from, you know, Google. We're not actually doing that. What we do, we make sure it's all coming from you guys. So I'll actually show some of the ads that we've created when we're actually on a call, but you'll be able to see that there's a clear understanding of who the business is. So it's going to be you guys talking into the camera, you guys coding the cars, and we've actually created some really, really nice advertisements for that. So I'll show you guys all that. Yeah, and we make sure it's just as personalized as we can because it needs to be from the business owner. Because the ads that you guys are running, you know, there wasn't a clear understanding of what the service even was. Like I was watching one of the videos and it almost became kind of confusing because I was trying to look at it from the point of a random customer that's just coming across the ad, and it didn't really, it almost didn't even seem like it was a coding, right? Like the copy for the ad was fine, but then the video itself, like they were talking about all sorts of different things that I feel like wasn't even that relevant. So we make sure we're only talking about the things that are relevant, you know, Icon Rocklear, what your guys' offer is, what it does, and we're just keeping it brief, making sure we're getting as many leads as we can. With From what I've seen, they've been using a lot of ad spend, but they're not actually getting that many leads. For They were doing $50 per day, so that turned out to be quite a bit. And then they were getting the same, if not less, like the same or like less leads than what I was getting for, you know, $25. Oh, sorry, $15 per day. Because with Toronto, we started them at $15 per day, and then we got like 156 leads in that month, and then now we've increased it to $25 per day just to get more qualified people, and we're testing out a bunch of different things because we had some great success even just at 15. So now we're at 25, and we're just, you know, we're getting some great results with that. So yeah, our thing is that, you know, even if a business isn't able to dish out that much in ad spend, we're still able to get some great results because we know how to do. We go extensive audience targeting. We're making sure we're creating all the ad sets in a certain way. It's nothing generic that, you know, a majority of these agencies do.
Okay. I'm definitely interested. I'd love to see some of your samples.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna let you know we are like extremely strapped for cash right now.
Yeah.
And we had just spent like $3,600 on.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of recovering from that still. We need like a really good month, and then I think we could do this.
And we could transition.
Because like you said, I'm kind of not happy with in the regards that the ads are so generic, and I wasn't like thrilled with the website either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that website like was bot made. I went in and edited a ton of that. So like the pictures you see of Morgan, like
right.
I had to go and I would ask like, hey, can you update these things? And he's like, oh, you have editing access. Here's how you do it.
Oh wow.
So it became a task that we had to do rather than being able to do other work focused.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are taking CRM, because all of our stuff's tied to his CRM.
There's a way to transfer it because they've had.
Yeah, man, we can transfer. Like I said, I'm extremely interested. It's just it's a matter of finances because the $1,600 we could eat it. But like if we could have like a really good, if we can book out the rest of July, which as of right now we're not having anything. Or even August, I don't know. I would need to have like at least 8 bookings to even consider this. Right now we only have 2.
Yeah, no. I totally understand, and we're getting those numbers. So obviously, you know, with the frequency of it really depends on, you know, what the location is, what type of stuff we're doing. So with launch the ads at the same time, and is doing, you know, a bit better than. And it's just a matter of, you know, we're changing up our certain things, we're changing up our ads, we're changing up like our, you know, the way we're doing our testing, and then you're going to notice just like what I'm trying to say is like the first week isn't always the best in terms of how many leads we're getting, but then as we transition, as we move some things around, then we're seeing a lot better results. So in terms of like the close rate, like with you mentioned, how many bookings was he getting you guys per month?
Well, Ashley does. She's right now handling all that, so she'd have the better numbers. But how many leads would you say we can come?
That have booked?
Yeah. It's like it's less than 7%.
Yeah, they've gotten. We've had about 10 clients, and I think like 3 of them were that. Well, no, 3 of them were like the sales team. The rest of them were me or rebookers that went through me and then rebooked the multiple cars.
Right.
Hmm.
But nothing great.
Yeah.
So
we've done probably
I could pull it up on the computer, but
they come in, but the closing the leads has been our problem.
Like, they quote a ton. We have so many in the quoted column, but then
Yeah. Oh yeah, the quoted stuff. Yeah, and their entire pipe. Yeah.
We have 91 quoted people right now.
Oh wow.
Like, and they don't book, or they just ghost us eventually. Like all the way down to Mr. What's his face, who said it was too shiny. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. And then they don't always follow up with the quoted people, because there's some days that, like, Morgan asked me, like, hey, we followed up with these people. So I go into the conversations because I was assuming they were kind of being followed up with. But it's like they got quoted. They may have gotten an automated message like, hey, I quoted you the other day. What are you thinking? But after that, like, a human hasn't followed up with them, and then they just disappear, and they probably went and got a ceramic coating.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that whole system that they had of doing like quoted and this and that, like we ended up just changing that entirely, because I didn't see the point of it. It's just, I feel like it's just not effective for following up with the leads. So I sat down with these businesses and, I showed them how we generally do it. We're classifying people in that categories of, okay, they, they're interested, they're qualified. And then, we have like a nurturing system in place to, if people are still on the fence about it, they're still thinking about it. So, I didn't really see the appeal of putting them in a quoted section, because then it's just delaying the process. And on top of that, a lot of these leads are just going to they're just going to be left cold. So we want to make sure we're following up with them. So I changed that up entirely. We're not even doing that with these guys anymore, because it's just no point. So that's just another thing. We want to make sure we're just, keeping these guys warm as much as we can. We're consistently following up with them. We're not letting them go cold for, over 24 hours, because that's also another problem that was going on with these guys. Because, if you're leaving a lead without any communication for that period of time, then the likelihood of them booking an appointment decreases significantly. So we're making sure we're taking care of all that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'd be interested to like look at this. Your name's pronounced Adi, right?
Yeah, Adi. Yeah, Aadi.
Adi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, I know how to spell it. I'm trying to remember how you said it.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, we'd be interested to like do a Zoom meeting and see, because if this is something that already is sounding good, just to see more what you're talking about, and then kind of game plan, like Morgan said, about getting so many more clients in so we could afford the switch.
Yeah, no, I totally understand what you guys are saying. It's obviously, when you're getting, and I understand if you're already worked with somebody who hasn't, actually delivered based on what they promise, it definitely becomes, that situation where you're obviously going to be iffy. So I want to make sure you guys are comfortable. Everything that we do, you've seen every single thing that we go through. And, once again, I'm taking care of everything. So a big concern that I've seen from, when I was in the process of working with the other companies, they were, asking me like, oh, how many clients do you guys have? Because we've gone into that situation where we've worked with an agency, but they've taken on too much and more than they can handle. So they don't want to get into that situation again, where they're being overpromised, and, the results and success that somebody actually guaranteed them and promised them, they weren't able to get that. So I just want to let you guys know that my focus is just on providing as much value as I can. So I'm manually handling everything myself. It's not that situation where, I'm outsourcing that, how a lot of businesses do. So I'm taking all the calls. I'm making sure all the process is, being followed through. We're not, we're just making the best possible effort, and we're just, doing everything that we need to do. So yeah, I'd love to just kind of get you guys on a Zoom call. We'll just take about 15 to 30 minutes, walk you guys through everything, and then we can move forward from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buddy, I think I'm sold. I mean, I would love to do it. I'd love to work with you. I think you got what it takes.